Hello everyone, welcome to my channel BMB Gossip 24. Sheila eavesdrops on Deacon's flirty session with Taylor and catches them in an embrace. Katie told Luna she and Bill will raise the baby, and Electra smacked Luna before she was dragged off to prison. Brooke and Ridge are reviewing the latest designs in the Forrester showroom. Brooke Ridge look at design. They tell Hope the designs are good but not great and she needs something fresh for the relaunch. Brooke Ridge tell Hope not great. Hope says she has assembled some portfolios for them to look over later. They talk about Luna being alive and pregnant. Hope lists of the crimes of Luna and worries her dad may never be the same. Hope remembers Luna crimes. They talks about how Luna will spend the rest of her days in prison until Deke shows up. He chats with them and Ridge is glad Deke is around to help Hope babysit her dad. Ridge Deke handshake. Deke thinks reinstating HFTF is really cool. They are all trying to be optimistic. Brooke hopes that they are optimistic about Deacon too. Deke thinks he came back at the right time. Ridge hopes that Deacon will get rid of Sheila once and for all. Deke hope optimistic. Once the siblings exit, Brooke tells Ridge how grateful she is that he's brought HFTF back. He says it was a business decision and hopes it was the right one. She's sure he did it for her. Brooke is so happy to be married to him again. They kiss. She wonders how Taylor is doing and understands she could find a new man. Brooke thanks Ridge. Deke sneaks his portfolio into the design office and then they chat about how terrible Sheila is for their dad. Deke Hope talk Sheila. Hope is sure any woman would be better than Sheila. It's none of their business but they hope he finds a 10-toed nice lady. Hope says anyone would be better than Sheila. At Illinois Giardino, Deacon calls Taylor and she explains she has an opening if he wants to come by and discuss his wife's antics. Deacon calls Taylor. When he gets off the line, Sheila pops up to say how much she misses him. He lectures her for keeping secrets and helping a psycho. She did something horrible and he doesn't know how to process her betrayal. Sheila asks Deacon work on things. She promises to earn his trust back and assures him Luna will not be any more trouble. She can't help her now, not even if she wanted to. It's crazy that they are not working through this together. She begs him to come home. Sheila misses Deacon. She knows forgiveness will take time. He's tired of all the insanity. Even if he can forgive her, how can he forget she let the monster run free? Sheila says they need to move forward as a couple. They are better together. He's not trying to give up but doesn't know what to believe. Deacon Sheila talk future. She's surprised when he explains he is seeing Taylor professionally. Sheila is sure Taylor can really help and get him back to where he belongs. Sheila hears Deacon seeing Taylor. Deacon joins Taylor in her office and asks if he has been naive to think Sheila has changed. He needs to figure out if she will be part of his future. Taylor Deacon talk Sheila. She offers to recommend him to someone more removed but he's glad to have someone he doesn't have to explain the insanity to. Taylor wants to understand the love he has for Sheila. He loves her but doesn't know if he can trust her. Should he end his marriage? Deacon talks to Taylor about future. The doctor tells him that decision has to come from his soul searching, not from someone else. He's been doing a lot of questioning about whether his wife can really change. He's scared she might just snap. Deacon vents about Sheila. Sheila eavesdrops at the door as Deacon asks the shrink what she would do. Is he kidding himself thinking Sheila could change? Taylor tells him that's a decision he has to make. He thanks her for her intelligence and beauty and then complains about what an idiot Ridge was to kick her to the curb. Taylor giving non-advice. Taylor tells him any woman would be lucky to have him. He's overcome a lot. Deacon forgot what it was like to look in the eyes of a woman who is honest and pure. She says it's time to wrap up the session. As he hugs her, Sheila looks in at them and her eyes narrow. Dr. Taylor Hayes, the one person who somehow sees the good buried deep within him. He runs a hand through his hair and exhales. He can almost hear Sheila's voice echoing in his head. You can't escape me, Deacon. You don't want to. But lately, it's been Taylor's gentle smile haunting him instead. Deacon is cleaning up when he hears a familiar, warm voice. Taylor, you're still here. Do you ever go home? He turns, startled. Taylor stands in the doorway, holding 2 cups of coffee. Her hair glows softly under the light, her presence instantly calming the storm in his chest. Deacon, smiling, if I did, who'd keep this place running? Besides, you shouldn't be here alone this late. Taylor, I could say the same about you. They share a quiet laugh, the kind that means more than words. Taylor sets the coffee down and looks around the empty restaurant. Taylor, you know, this place feels different when it's quiet. Almost peaceful. Deacon, yeah. Like the city forgets all the lies and secrets for a few hours. Their eyes meet. The moment lingers longer than either intends. Taylor, Deacon, people are starting to talk. Deacon, let them. They've been talking about me my whole life. Taylor, not like this. Sheila's still out there. And if she finds out you've been spending time with me. He cuts her off gently. Deacon, Taylor, Sheila doesn't own me. Taylor's voice softens, but there's worry in her eyes. Taylor, you think she'll let you go that easily? Meanwhile, across town, the Forrester mansion buzzes with whispers. Ridge stands near the fireplace, arms crossed, while Brooke paces, tension radiating from every step. Brooke, Taylor's making a mistake. You know what Deacon's capable of. Ridge, firmly so do I. And I know Taylor, she sees the good in people. Sometimes too much. Brooke, his hope's father, Ridge. That man helped Sheila. If she gets hurt. Ridge, then I'll deal with him myself. Brooke sighs, pressing a hand to her temple. Brooke, you think she's just helping him as a friend? Ridge's jaw tightens. Ridge, no. I think Taylor's about to get her heart broken. Somewhere in a shadowy corner of Los Angeles, Sheila Carter watches the news, her dark eyes glinting as the anchor mentions Taylor's recent return to Forrester Creations. A photo of Taylor flashes on the screen. Sheila's lips curl into a dangerous smirk. Sheila, to herself so, the good doctor's back in town, and sniffing around my man. She stands, pacing. Her mind flashes with images, Deacon's promises, their nights together, the way he once swore she was the only one who truly understood him. Sheila, you think you can take what's mine, Taylor Hayes? You have no idea who you're playing with. She grabs her keys, a storm brewing behind her eyes. Sheila, whispering time to pay Deacon a visit. The restaurant glows softly with candlelight. Taylor sits across from Deacon, their half-finished glasses of wine catching the flicker of the flames. Taylor, you've come a long way, Deacon. Don't throw it away by getting pulled back into chaos. Deacon, that chaos has a name. Taylor, Sheila. He nods, ashamed but honest. Deacon, she saved me once. When no one else gave a damn. But she's poison, Taylor. And I can't shake her. Taylor reaches across the table, her hand brushing his. Taylor, then let me help you. The contact sends a jolt through him. For a moment, all the noise of his life, the guilt, the judgment, the loneliness, disappears. Their eyes lock. Neither moves at first. Then, almost unconsciously, Deacon leans in. Taylor doesn't pull away. Their lips meet, soft, hesitant, but real. A forbidden kiss between two people who should know better, but don't care. The soft chime of the restaurant door cuts through the silence. Deacon and Taylor freeze, still inches apart. A low, icy voice slices through the air. Sheila, well, isn't this cozy? They turn. There she stands, Sheila Carter, framed in the doorway, eyes blazing with betrayal. For a second, no one moves. Deacon's throat tightens. Taylor slowly pulls her hand away, straightening. Taylor, Sheila. Sheila, mocking Dr. Hayes. I should have known. You always did have a thing for saving lost causes. Deacon takes a cautious step forward. Deacon, Sheila, it's not what it looks like. Sheila, don't you dare insult me like that. The restaurant feels suddenly smaller. The air thickens with danger. Sheila, you told me I was the only one who understood you. That we were the same. Deacon, we were, Sheila, but... Sheila, but what? You found a new project? Someone with a fancy degree to fix your broken little soul. Taylor keeps her voice steady. Taylor, Sheila, no one's trying to hurt you. Sheila, laughing coldly, oh, sweetheart, you already did. She steps closer, eyes flicking between them. Sheila, you think you can take my man, my life, my chance at happiness? You think I'll let you? Taylor stays calm, but her hand trembles slightly. Taylor, Deacon's not yours to control. You have to let him live his life. Sheila, and what if I say no? High voltage sign scene 6, emotional climax. Deacon steps in between them, voice low but firm. Deacon, that's enough. You need to leave. Sheila stares at him like she doesn't recognize the man standing there. Sheila, hurt, you're choosing her over me. Deacon, I'm choosing myself. Her face crumples, pain turning to fury. Sheila, you think you can just walk away, Deacon Sharp? After everything we've been through. Deacon, I don't think. I know. For a long moment, Sheila doesn't move. Then her eyes narrow, and the mask slips into something darker. Sheila, softly, you'll regret this. She turns on her heel and storms out, slamming the door so hard the candles flicker out. Taylor lets out a shaky breath, pressing a hand to her chest. Taylor, she's dangerous, Deacon. You know she won't stop. Deacon, yeah, he says quietly, I know. Sheila stands across the street, watching through the window as Deacon locks the doors. Her reflection in the glass looks ghostly, pale, trembling, but burning with fury. She whispers to herself. Sheila, you think you can betray me and live happily ever after? Oh, no, Deacon. No one walks away from Sheila Carter. A single tear slides down her cheek, equal parts heartbreak and rage. She wipes it away with a shaky laugh. Sheila, if I can't have you, no one will. At Forrester Creations, the gossip spreads like wildfire. Brooke, Rich, and Hope gather near the office doors. Hope, I can't believe it. Mom, did you hear? Sheila caught Dad and Dr. Hayes together last night. Brooke, stunned, caught them? Doing what exactly? Hope, hesitant, they were in each other's arms. Rich lets out a low groan. Rich, unbelievable. Deacon's playing with fire, and he's dragging Taylor right into it. Brooke, if Sheila feels betrayed, she'll go off the rails. Hope looks down, her voice soft. Hope, then Dad's in danger. Taylor sits alone in her office, the morning light soft across her face. Her mind replays the moment, Sheila's eyes, that look of betrayal. She whispers to herself. Taylor, what have I done? There's a knock on the door. Deacon steps in, looking exhausted but determined. Deacon, you okay? Taylor, shaky smile, I've been better. Deacon, I meant what I said last night. I'm done with her. I can't live my life afraid anymore. Taylor, you'll have to watch your back now. Sheila doesn't forgive. He nods. Deacon, then I'll face whatever comes. Taylor, softly, you don't have to face it alone. They share a quiet, tender moment, an unspoken promise between two people who've seen too much darkness to fear it anymore. That night, Sheila sits in her apartment, staring at a photo of Deacon on her phone. Her hand trembles as she picks up her gun from the coffee table, eyes glazed with heartbreak and fury. Then, she stops. Slowly, she sets it down. Sheila, murmuring no. Not like this. Her eyes flicker with a new idea, colder, sharper. Sheila, if Deacon wants a clean slate, I'll make sure he gets one. Just not the way he expects. She picks up her phone and dials a number. Sheila, smiling faintly, it's me. We need to talk, about Deacon Sharp. Explosion symbol, final scene, cliffhanger. Back at Illinois Giardino, Deacon looks out at the night sky. He should feel relieved, free. But a chill runs through him. He senses it, somewhere out there, Sheila's watching. Planning. Deacon, quietly, what have I done? The camera pans out, over Los Angeles, the city that never sleeps, never forgives. And somewhere in the dark, Sheila Carter smiles. Sheila, voiceover, you broke my heart, Deacon, now I'll break yours. Hope Logan sits slumped over her desk, staring at a blank sketchpad. A dozen crumpled sheets surround her like fallen petals, all discarded concepts for the next hope for the future line that never quite came together. Her once bright spark, the energy that drove her to redefine the Forrester brand, seems dimmed. Even her coffee sits cold beside her, forgotten. She sighs deeply, pressing the end of her pencil against her temple. Hope, muttering, come on, Hope, you've done this 100 times. What's wrong with you? But no inspiration comes. The passion that once fueled her designs, her sense of purpose, feels like it's gone. Ever since her fallout with Thomas, and the chaos of her father's tangled love life, her creative rhythm has been out of sync. And the worst part? Everyone sees it. Scene 1, Forrester design floor. Steffi walks in, clipboard in hand, her sharp eyes scanning the quiet workspace. Steffi, you're in early. Or maybe you never left. Hope looks up, forcing a small smile. Hope, I'm trying to get ahead on the spring collection. Steffi, glancing at the sketches, looks like the only thing getting ahead is your recycling bin. Hope lets out a weary laugh. Hope, harsh but fair. Steffi softens, leaning on the table. Steffi, you've been off your game, Hope. Everyone's noticed. Even Ridge asked if you're okay. Hope, I'm fine. Just tired. Inspiration's been hard to come by lately. Steffi folds her arms. Steffi, you don't have to go through this alone. Sometimes a new perspective helps. Maybe take some time off, clear your head. Hope, defensive, I don't need time off. I need something new. She glances toward the door, as if waiting for something, or someone, to change everything. Teacup with handle scene 2, Illinois Giardino, late morning. Across town, Deacon Sharp is pouring espresso behind the counter at Illinois Giardino when a familiar figure slides into a bar stool. He looks up, and nearly drops the cup. Deacon, Deke. The man grins, a little older, a little rougher around the edges, but with that same confident spark in his eye. Deke, grinning, long time no see, brother. Deacon chuckles, shaking his head. Deacon, what are you doing here? I thought you were still running that design gig in New York. Deke, was. Got bored. The city's lost its edge. Thought I'd swing by LA, see if old friends needed a creative push. Deacon arches an eyebrow. Deacon, creative push? You're still designing. Deke pulls a slim black portfolio from his bag, sliding it across the counter like a magician with a deck of cards. Deke, still designing. And still making noise. Check these out. Deacon flips through the sketches. Bold, edgy concepts blending streetwear and luxury. A bit unconventional for Forrester, but undeniably fresh. Deacon, impressed you've still got it, man. These are incredible. Deke, yeah, but nobody in this town wants to take a risk anymore. You know how it is, same names, same formulas. Someone needs to shake things up. Deacon nods, his mind already spinning. Deacon, you know, my daughter works at Forrester. She could use something like this right now. Deke's eyes light up. Deke, Hope Logan. Yeah, I've heard of her. Think she'd be open to a collaboration. Deacon smirks. Deacon, if I can get her to stop doubting herself for 5 minutes, maybe. Scene 3, Forrester Creations, afternoon. Hope's back at her desk, staring at the same empty page, when her assistant pops in. Assistant, Hope, there's someone here to see you. Says he's a friend of your dad's. Hope blinks in confusion. Hope, my dad? Who? The door opens, and Deke steps inside, portfolio in hand and a grin on his face. Deke, Hope Logan. Heard you're the creative heart of this place. Hope smiles politely, though she looks wary. Hope, that depends who's asking. Deke, name's Deke. Your dad and I go way back. I'm in town working on some designs, thought you might want to take a peek. He lays the portfolio on her desk and opens it. The sketches inside are daring, electric, the kind of work that demands attention. Hope's eyes widen. Hope, these are incredible. Deke, thanks. I figured you might appreciate something outside the box. She studies the bold cuts, asymmetrical lines, and vibrant color palettes. It's the jolt of energy she didn't know she needed. Hope, this is exactly the kind of direction I've been searching for. It's raw, fearless. Deke, then maybe we should talk collaboration. Hope hesitates, glancing toward the door. Hope, Forrester's not exactly fond of outsiders. Especially ones my dad introduces. Deke, smirking, then maybe they don't need to know, yet. Hope looks intrigued, and a little nervous. Hope, you mean, secretly work on a line together? Deke, just a few sketches. A test run. You can decide if it's worth pitching when it's ready. She bites her lip, considering. The rebellious spark that Thomas once drew out of her flickers back to life. Hope, all right, Deke. Let's see what you've got. Scene 4. The secret collaboration. Days pass in quiet secrecy. Hope and Deke meet after hours, blending his bold streetwear concepts with her refined femininity. Together, they create something electric, a hybrid of urban grit and high-end glamour. The design board in her office starts to fill again. For the first time in weeks, Hope laughs while sketching, her creative energy returning in full force. Hope, you've done something I didn't think possible, made me excited again. Deke, grinning, all you needed was a little spark, Hope. You've got the fire, I just handed you a match. But not everyone is oblivious. Scene 5, Steffi and Ridge suspect something. Late one evening, Ridge and Steffi walk by Hope's office. The lights are still on. Ridge, what's she still doing here? It's past 9. They peek in, Hope sketching furiously while a man leans over her desk. Steffi squints. Steffi, that's not Thomas. Who is that? Ridge's brow furrows. Ridge, looks familiar. Is that Deke? Deke Collins? Used to run those underground fashion shows downtown. Steffi, what's he doing here? Ridge shakes his head slowly. Ridge, whatever it is, it better not involve the Forrester name without permission. Sunglasses. Scene 6. Deacon learns the truth. Back at Illinois Giardino, Deacon's phone buzzes. It's Hope. Hope, voice shaky. Dad, we've got a problem. Ridge saw Deke. Deacon groans, rubbing his forehead. Deacon, I told that man to keep a low profile. All right, don't panic. Just tell Ridge it was a casual visit. Hope, I'll try, but if he finds out we've been collaborating. Deacon, then he'll blow a gasket. Which is why we finish this fast and make it undeniable. Scene 7. The showcase. Despite the tension, Hope pushes forward. She completes the mini collection, 5 looks that merge street style with couture. The fabrics shimmer under the showroom lights, unlike anything Forrester's ever seen. The next day, she gathers Steffi, Ridge, and Brooke for a surprise presentation. Hope, I know I've been off my game lately. But I think I've found my rhythm again. Just keep an open mind. The lights dim. Models walk out in daring combinations. Denim corsets paired with silk trousers, light leather and lace, boasts of color and confidence. When the final look steps out, the room is silent, then Brooke whispers. Brooke, Hope, this is brilliant. Even Steffi can't hide her astonishment. Steffi, this doesn't look like anything we've done before. Ridge nods slowly. Ridge, it's bold. New. And it works. Hope exhales, smiling for the first time in weeks. Hope, thank you. It's part of a collaboration I've been. The door opens. Deke steps in, grinning like a cat with cream. Deke, working on with me. High voltage sign. Scene 8. The reaction. The room freezes. Ridge's expression hardens instantly. Ridge, you've been collaborating with him? Without authorization. Hope, Ridge, please, just listen. Steffi, you went behind the company's back.